Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Explanation. So this is our 7th video tutorial on computer network. So in this video tutorial I'll be discussing about network device. Going to the definition portion, the device which are used for communication between different hardware used in computer network are known as network devices. Okay, so there is a sender and there is a receiver. So all the devices between sender and receiver like router, bridge, gateway, etc. So these all are called network devices. They are also called network infrastructure. Okay, so don't get confused in that. These devices are also known as physical devices. Okay, so it can be of various names like physical device, networking hardware, network equipment, or computer networking device. In computer network, each network device plays a key role. Okay, so all different devices have different functionality. Okay, so we'll see all the devices one by one. So this type of question it is very important, like in exam the questions can be asked. Okay, so it can be in the form of MCQ or in the form of short questions. So going to the first device, it is repeater. Okay, so repeater, this is one of the most important topic. Like point, a repeater operates at physical layer. Okay, so MCQ question can be asked, at which layer repeater works. Okay, so a repeater operates at physical layer. So what is the job of repeater? So its job is to regenerate the signal. Okay, why we need this regeneration? Because over the same network before, the signal becomes too weak or corrupted so as to extend the length to which the signal can be transmitted over the same network. Okay, so as the signal is transmitted over lengthy wires or lengthy medium, so the signal can become weak. So for that case we need to regenerate the signal. An important point, okay, so there is one important point about repeater. You should not be confused about amplification and regeneration. Okay, so repeater, it does not amplify the signal. Fine, it regenerates the signal. Okay, so what is the difference between amplification and regeneration? Okay, so when the signal becomes weak, they copy the signal bit by bit and regenerate. It means it is just copying the signal as it is and it is doing the process of regeneration. So if you can see, this repeater is a two-port device. So this is a diagram of repeater, and if you can see here, I have put one diagram. Okay, so this one I have copied from somewhere. So there is a difference between amplification and regeneration. So you can see here, in amplification there is a original pulse and this is somewhat affected by noise. So you can see in amplification the signal is amplified. Okay, so it is amplified means it has reached to its amplitude, okay, highest amplitude, so it is amplified. But if you can see in regeneration, this is the original pulse and this is the resulting pulse, and if you can see in regeneration process, the original pulse is restored, okay, copied as it is. Fine, so this is the difference between regeneration and amplification. Going to next device, it is hub. Okay, so a hub is basically a multi-port repeater. Okay, so you can have a multi-port repeater or device, so it is called hub. So what hub does is, a hub connects multiple wires. Okay, so if you are connecting multiple devices from multiple branches or multiple stations, so hub is used to connect multiple wires. For example, the connector in a star topology. So if you remember in my previous video, so in star topology we learned the central device was the hub. So it is used to connect wires of different devices which connects different stations. Okay, so different stations mean it can be different devices like laptop, PC, etc. Hub cannot filter data, so data are sent to all connected device. Okay, so this hub is not a type of intelligent device. Okay, because it cannot filter data, so whatever packet it will come to hub, it will send that data to all the devices connected to it. Okay, it will forward the data to all the devices connected to it. So they are not intelligent. Okay, they are not intelligent device. They do not have intelligence to find out the best path for data packet, which leads to the inefficiency and wastage. Okay, so this is the diagram, this is the picture of a hub. So talking about types of hub, we have active hub and passive hub. Okay, so active hub, why they are called active? Because these are the hub, they have their own power supply and can clean, boost and relay the signal. Okay, so they are called active because they have their own power supply. It serves as both repeater as well as wiring center. Okay, so they are used to extend the maximum distance between nodes. Going to passive hub, these are the hub that they do not have their own power supply. Okay, so they collect wiring from nodes and power supply from active hub. So this passive hub, they collect the power supply from active hub. These hub relay signal into network without cleaning and boosting them and can't be used to extend the distance between node. So the process of cleaning and boosting which was done in active hub, this is not done in this passive hub. Okay, so going to third type, we have intelligent hub. So intelligent hub, it works like active hub. So intelligent hub, they works like active hubs and includes remote management capability. Okay, so they have management capability and also they also provide flexible data rates. Okay, so any administration, they can monitor to the traffic rate if you are using this intelligent hub. Going to next, it is bridge. So our third device is bridge. Okay, so as the name suggests, bridge, it operates as data link layer. Okay, it is a second layer device, and a bridge, it is used to connect and interconnecting two LAN that is working on same protocol. Fine. So a bridge is basically a bridge is a repeater which adds the functionality of printing the content by reading the MAC address of the source. Okay, so what it does is, every device which is connected to a bridge, so it maintains a table for MAC address. So it maintains the table of all the devices with their MAC address. So whenever a packet, whenever a frame comes, what it does is it checks it in MAC address, which it belongs to whether network 1 or network 2. Okay, as it is connecting two network, like two different network having same protocol, two different LAN having same protocol. So what it does it check where that frame belongs to and it sends the packet to that particular network or LAN. Okay, so this is a very nice diagram that I got. Okay, so I have written the source here from where I took this picture. So as you can see in this diagram, this is a bridge and it is connecting two networks. So we are telling this network at segment 1 and segment 2. Okay, so if we will send this data from PC1 to PC8, so what it does is, this frame will come to this bridge. It will check in the MAC address table whether this frame belongs to segment 1 or segment 2. If it is belong to segment 2, it will send the data in this segment, or it will send that frame to this segment. Okay, so this is about bridge. So this is what I have written here. Okay, so PC1 is trying to send data to PC8, so data will first travel to bridge. The bridge is going to read its MAC address and find whether PC8 belongs to segment 1 or segment 2. Hence the PC8 is in segment 2, bridge will broadcast the data in segment 2 and exclude all the PC connected to segment 1. Okay, so next is our switch. Fine. So switch, okay, so it's similar to hub. Okay, so what is the main difference between switch and hub is, switch is intelligent device. Okay, so it will send data only to a particular destination for which that packet is delivered. Fine. So the switch can perform error checking before forwarding the data, which makes it very efficient, as it does not forward data that have errors and forward only selected like a good data or error-free data. The switch uses MAC address to identify which attached device outgoing packet are being sent and from where to deliver the incoming packet. Okay, so again in switch also like bridge, it will check the MAC address and will identify for which device this packet is or this frame is destinated to. Okay, so it will send that frame to that particular device only. Okay, so this is one intelligent device. So this is the figure of switch. So I think many of you have seen this switch in your in office and all. So next is router. Okay, so this switch is again second layer device. Okay, second layer device, data link layer device. Coming to router, it is network layer device. It is third layer device. Okay, so what is the main function of this router is, it routes the data packet. Like it sends the data packet from source to destination through a particular route. So it is used to find the route through which the data can pass. You can have multiple paths, okay, from sender to receiver there can be multiple paths. So router is used to provide a particular route through which the data can be passed. So a router is a device like switch that routes data packet based on their IP address. Okay, so in previous devices we were using MAC address. So from this network layer devices we'll use IP address. The router is mainly a network layer device. Okay, so router normally connects LAN and WANs together and they have a dynamically updating the routing table. So as in previous device we had MAC table, similarly we have routing table here. So it will maintain all the source address, destination address and other informations related to packet. Okay, so based on that routing table they'll make the decision through which route we should send the data packet. A router has multiple interfaces and receives data packets through them. It evaluates the network address of incoming packet and decides which interface to forward the packet to. Okay, so it will see which is the destination address or which is the next interface to which that packet should be sent. So every data is maintained inside that packet. Okay, so it will decide, it will make decision based on that particular information. Okay, so it uses this local routing table for decision making. So you can see this is the diagram of router. Going to next device, we have 6th device, which is gateway. Okay, so as the name suggests, it is a passage to connect two networks together that work upon different networking model. Okay, so gateway is like a gate. Okay, like a main gate. So before entering any network, we have to pass through the gateway. Okay, so it is the entry point and exit point for any network. Okay, so gateway serves as an entry and exit point for a network, as all data must pass through, communicate with the gateway prior to being routed. Okay, so before passing through any network, okay, to different network, if you are using two different networks, so before passing to any network, it has to go through gateway. So all these things we will be seeing in packet tracer CCNA tutorial, which I will be recording soon. So in that we will see what is gateway and all. So next 7th device, which is router. Okay, so I think many of you have not heard the device. So this is nothing but combination of bridge and router. Okay, so it performs the function of both bridge and router. So it is more effective than a single bridge or a single router. So it is also known as bridging router, and it combines features of both bridge and router. It can work either at data link layer or at network layer. Okay, because it is combination of bridge and router. So as a bridge, it can work in data link layer, and as a router, it can work at network layer. Working as a router, it is capable of routing packet across the network. Okay, working as a bridge, it is capable of filtering the local area network traffic. So this is the diagram of bridge. Now last topic is NIC, that is network interface card. So it is used to connect the computer to network. It is installed. So where is this NIC? This network interface card, it is installed inside a computer. So it is used to establish a LAN. It has a unique ID that is written on the chip. Okay, so it is a chip. So unique ID is written. It has a connector to connect the cable to it. Okay, so the cable acts as an interface between computer and a router or a modem. So NIC card is a layer 2 device. Okay, so it can work in both physical layer as well as data link layer. Fine. So this is one of the important key points. So if you see in the diagram, we have this network interface card. So you can see this is a connector. These are the chips. Okay, so this is the diagram of NIC. Okay, so I think router I have explained earlier only. Fine, so thank you very much for watching this video tutorial, and sorry for any of the noise from outside. And next video I'll be making on transmission media, so be updated with us. Thank you very much.